Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Bitcoin Tonight. Tonight is October 28th, 2017. Buy and hold, strong hand. At least it still is in Los Angeles and Anchorage and Honolulu. Hello, West Coast people on this October 28, 2017. All right, remember to follow me at TechBalt, TechBalt on Twitter. It has been amazing on Twitter lately. And thank you for the people who keep sending me Bitcoin. All of my pertinent addresses are below. I'm going to add all the links to this show after this. I'm a little late on setting everything up tonight, but if you watch this, if you're not watching this live, you can see all the important links below that pertain to this show. So really quick here, a lot of people are posting about BGold, what's going on, and there's a lot of anticipation. The BGold network it's not activated yet. It's not live yet. Don't worry, if you had Bitcoin on the 24th or whatever day it is, you're gonna have your BGold. But what's going on is there are a lot of scammers out there. They actually post in my comments section about 10 times a day. I have to erase it. They give these links to say, claim your BGold and click here. And then on Twitter, there was a post that says, click here to get your BGold. And people were asking me on Twitter. One guy was like, what is this? Why is BGold doing this? This is so scammy of them to make people give their private keys. They're not doing it. There are fake tweets out there from scammers trying to get you to give them your private key so they steal all your Bitcoin. And they're taking advantage of the situation of the ambiguity out there about, or the nebulous situation surrounding BGold. And so I just want to clear it up for everyone. You can't get your BGold now. There's no way. If someone says they have BGold, they're lying to you and they're about to scam you out of your Bitcoin. So don't let this BGold enthusiasm out of your Bitcoin. Be very patient. You will hear about it on this show when BGold is activated, when your wallets will you'll be able to get your BGold easily through whoever. Again, please don't give your private key up to anyone for any reason. It's not a good idea. So be careful out there. And so I have never seen such aggressive scamming in my life. In terms of, I mean, they are leaving this stuff everywhere. And again, ask other content providers if they're getting left with 10 fake BGold sites on their comment section a day. And I mean, it's floating around Twitter. It's terrible. So be careful, people. Don't say I didn't warn you. That's why you should watch these. You should watch the show every day, people. Pound that like button. I try to give you original content here that you're going to hear nowhere else. So we've all noticed that Bcash is pumping. And many of you have noted that I talked about, as I've said for a while, that Bcash it's not dead yet. There's a community around it. Simon Dixon told us about the community. He witnessed firsthand. I see people talking about Bcash on Twitter. They're legitimate fans of it. And that it would pump getting closer to the 2x situation because all the 2x people were going to FUD Bitcoin and people have the natural tendency to panic. When I've been telling people don't panic out of Bitcoin, but people are going to panic out of Bitcoin and it's going to help pump Bcash. So some Bcash bad actors are going to jump on that. And probably it's already started. There's one guy, the guy that's, I'm not going to name his name. He makes videos every day. He's associated with the company that competes with Steemit. He's a big supporter of people who aren't in support of the real Bitcoin, this guy. Anyway, he's made videos lately about how Bcash is going to pump and how it all looks great for Bcash with all this horrible 2x, 2x and Bitcoin are going to battle, and then, you should just go to Bcash. So you're going to hear a lot about that. And in Korea, there's been a Bcash pump lately. And people in Korea, they don't care what Bcash stands for. They just care, it's going up, I'm going to jump into it. So, I mean, if you've got, and we're going to talk about this a little later, if you got a top tier altcoin, I mean, it's listed in the top of coin market cap, and it's going up, people pile into it. There's no logic behind it. the people don't believe in it. So me making these predictions about Bcash pumping, it's not that I like Bcash. I'm talking about the psychology of the masses here. They pile into stuff when they see it going up. They don't care what it stands for. They don't know there's a battle. They just see it as a regular altcoin too, probably. I don't know. And that's what it is. It is an altcoin. Bitmain has been selling a lot of products lately, and they encourage people to buy in Bcash. Hey man, that's their business. If they want to do that, they want to do that. So expect. There might be a Thanksgiving pump. Again, around November 15th, it's gonna increase more. And as the turbulence in Bitcoin increases, the pumpage in Bcash will, and all the voices out there. And to say that King of the Trolls is on the 2x side, I don't think you should say that. I think he's on the Bcash side. I think he'll dump his 2x. I think he'll dump his B gold for the Bcash. But anyway, whatever he's going to do, he's not going to he's not going to be helping Bitcoin. So keep that in mind. And I look forward to visiting Korea to see how all this kind of mindless pumping goes sometimes, to see if they just pile into something just to gamble. And I'm not saying they're mindless in Korea. No, there's some smart people in Korea, but clearly the way they've acted towards some of these altcoins, they just pile into stuff. So it'll be interesting to be in Korea. I will be in South Korea again, November 29th to December 6th, something like that. All right. On Twitter, there's a tweet about a company added the word blockchain to its name, and its shares surged 394%. What a world we live in. Still, we've got these people who they hear the word blockchain. Oh, I got to jump into it. It's just like the late 90s, early 2000s, when you added .com to your business's name, everyone started giving you millions of dollars. So, hey, if you want to add blockchain to your company's name, you're going to increase the value of your company. It's silly, but hey, that's the world we live in. Hey, I linked to below This Week in Bitcoin. Giacomo Zucco, Money Triggs, Levi, and Ansel Lindner were there. It was a great time. It was a great time. And again, pound that like button. Check out the links below, and remember to subscribe to this channel. And of course, follow me on Twitter. And hey, super chat people, how you doing? I'll notice you if you do a super chat. Yeah, November 29th to the 6th, I'll be in Korea, and then I'll be hopefully in South Africa, Johannesburg, on March 10th. So we'll talk about that possible Meister event. My buddy from Mozambique contacted me yesterday, so I'm gonna have to email him back. And wow, it's fun to have friends all over the place. Yeah. And again, I don't know why people keep sending me Bitcoin. It's great. Do they want to test out my SegWit address? I have a SegWit address, everyone. I got that 3 at the beginning of it. You can get them at Trezor. Have a Trezor, people. Get a Trezor from one of my affiliate links below. And again, holding, Andy Hoffman has said this now. Basically, Jimmy Song said this too. Holding is the way to fight the 2x bad actors, okay? That's the way to do it. Hold your Bitcoin. Don't sell it for 2x or, it's going to be fine. Just, there's so many people out there who don't even know about these forks and are just going to be holding anyway that, there's not going to be a panic out of Bitcoin or something like that. So that's all you do. That's how you fight. Don't worry about this 2x. I've said it a few times. I'm going to keep saying it. Just that's what we do here anyway. We're holders. So we're already doing the right thing. I'm not too worried. I just know there's going to be some weak hands out there. They're going to be like, well, maybe I should go to Bcash now because of all this problems between two. Do what you're going to do, people. So over the long run, Bitcoin is the winner. There's going to be a December. There's going to be a 2018. So altcoin forks, I wanted to talk about some. And originally I was going to, before Bcash started pumping, I was going to talk about how if Bcash wanted to pump, they should just create a loyalty coin. That Jihan, I don't know, King of the Trolls, and Rocket Man Wu, they should just create their own fork of Bcash and call it a loyalty coin and say, you're going to be able to use this loyalty coin for Christmas on our sites to buy coffee and buy miners and just this special loyalty coin. And it shows that you like Bcash. And they would announce it at like the worst possible time for Bitcoin too, during all the FUD. And so it's a way to encourage holding of the root coin. Hey, we're going to create this loyalty coin, so make sure you hold our root coin and you'll get these free loyalty coin. And other altcoins, I can see doing this too in the future. And you know, they can have like, well, we're going to have a special event, so we're creating an event coin. And it's just a way for individuals who have a big interest in some of these altcoins to pump up to make people hold their altcoin, to make it increase in value and buy their altcoin so that they get these loyalty coins, these friendly forks that they create on their own, these friendly crypto dividends. Again, they're going to want to do it at times when Bitcoin is looking bad. And it's just, it's something to, when you were able to say, my altcoin had its own friendly fork, had its own crypto dividend, that gives status. That makes your coin a legitimate root coin. And I can see this, I can see people just doing it for the heck of it, saying, well, I need to make my altcoin seem more legitimate, so I'm just going to create a fork anyway. And there are wealthy individuals out there that can do this. And I meet some of them in the Bcash community, but in other communities too. So, I mean, if Litecoin's ever looking down one day, maybe someone's going to do this with Litecoin. And I wonder, you know, when I'm thinking about these concepts of loyalty coins or event coins that you fork off as crypto dividends, I was thinking about how the Steem. Now, I don't like Steem at all. I like Steemit. I mean, I say this all the time, and people, I like Steemit because I get the Steem and then I trade it in for Bitcoin, of course. But someone could fork Steem, and I'm not a technical person here, fork Steem in a way to only reward people who upvote their post, like, so that they give, I don't know, like there's a whole deep, you can really get deep into this and creative with the forking of the altcoins to benefit you individually here. And so I don't know, and maybe not create a new Steemit, but just create a new reward system on top of Steemit, which especially rewards you and your buddies' posts. I don't know. There's an idea out there. If someone wants to play with it, be my guest. Again, hey, if you want to talk this kind of thing with me, I'm open for conversations, crypto consultations. We can set it up, 0.1 Bitcoin an hour. If that's too expensive for you, well, we can cut it down to a half hour. We could talk, whatever. But again, I'm available for crypto consultation to help set up your Trezor and discuss all sorts of ideas you may have. People have come to me in the past to discuss forks, actually. There's a very legend. Anyway, we'll get into that story. Will be revealed one day, I'm sure. He's out there. All right. All right. Bitcore. Speaking about crypto dividends. Yeah. Bitcore. Apparently, with the new airdrop they're going to do, you're going to have to use their. You're going to have to reveal your. And I discussed this beforehand. Your private key. But there's no rush to do this, people. The way that the claim is set up, they're going to assign you your Bitcore, and you're going to be able to pick it up whenever. So right now, it's like $9, $10. It's probably not worth it for you to play all these games with your private key and experiment and see like how this really works or not. But hey, man, if like in 2019 it's worth $100 and you still have your private key with your Bitcoin that you had now at the time of the snapshot, whatever they're doing the snapshot on November 2nd, then yeah, you'll figure out a way to claim your Bitcore. And I understand why they're doing it this way and not the other way. I liked it when they had that whole claiming mechanism. That was really cool, the way they had it. Oh well, they're doing it differently. So I guess I'll talk about it more. Again, I'm not revealing my. If there's an easier way to do it, I'll do it. But I'm not playing around with my Bitcoin private key to get Bitcore. But if something changes, I'll keep you all updated. I'm going to link, and again, you can email me at adam@trezorhelp.com. Did I say that? I think I did. Jayant Bandari has a new video out. It's about Japan and just traditional economics. I like Jian a lot. He said when he was in Japan, he didn't notice anything that had anything to do with Bitcoin. I guess he wasn't looking for that kind of thing, but it is interesting that he didn't notice anything. He saw nothing Bitcoin related in Japan. But again, he's not a Bitcoin person, so maybe he only noticed the. But anyway, I'll link to his video when I update my links below. All right. I should have put this in the title. I don't know why I didn't. The GBTC, the Bitcoin Investment Trust, is going to sell its Bcash. It reveals, and one of the interesting things I found out about this is that investment trust, the GBT, the Barry Silbert, whatever you want to call it, they own 174,174 Bitcoin. And the same amount of Bcash, obviously, also. And that's over 1% of all the Bitcoin out there they own. And I'll link to all the pertinent links eventually. It's not linked to right now. So that's a lot of Bitcoin they own. And I think that's something we all need to keep in mind in the future. I mean, that I never thought about it. I'm like, I never thought about it that way. I actually took time to think like, well, how much do they really own? I mean, that's not speculation. That's not like saying like King of the Trolls owns 300,000 Bitcoin. No, they really own over 1% of all the Bitcoin that's out there right now. There's over 16 million Bitcoin out there right now. They own 174,000. They also own over 174,000 Bcash. So if they sell all their Bcash, which they say they're going to do, that'll bring down the Bcash price, I guess. I think. I don't know. In this crazy market, who knows? But yeah, in theory, it should if they're dumping all their Bcash. But for me, it's just interesting. It's interesting to think about that they own so much. I mean, so this, I talk about like why would people want to own the own this trust? Well, they're a huge player. I mean, there is something backing it up there. When you own over 1% of all the Bitcoin, your little trust, if they really own it, and I believe they do. Man, you've got something backing up you. But again, all of this, if the bad thing is the people who are involved in this trust, their Bcash holdings are being liquidated without, and you can say, well, that's good, that's great. No, that's another reason you should really control your private key and not, they're being forced to sell their Bcash. What's going to happen to their B gold? I guess they're going to have to follow the same policy here and just liquidate everybody's B gold eventually too. And that's, I mean, again, if you're a newbie and you just don't want to worry about stuff, I guess then, join that trust, own some GBTC, but that's not really owning Bitcoin. And I just showed you why, because you're not going to get your crypto dividend whenever you want to with it. You're going to have to depend on what Barry Silbert does with selling it. And hey, man, that's not controlling your private key. That's not owning your Bitcoin. All right, yes, on Sunday, it's already Sunday here in Israel, I'm going to visit the Tel Aviv Bitcoin Embassy again. I'll probably be there about 8 p.m. tonight. If you're at the Tel Aviv Bitcoin Embassy, we'll hang out again. It was cool to see everyone last week. But again, in Los Angeles, hey, it's still in West Coast time. This is a West Coast show, man. We're laid back. It's still Saturday the 28th there. I mean, I'm probably saying all sorts of dates. I'm so confused. And it's already daylight savings time here in Israel. All sorts of confusion going on here. I don't know what time it is. It's all right. Oh yeah, Jimmy Song. He was talking about on the World Crypto Network just the conviction that Bitcoin holders have. And that just reminded me of my quote the other day of Stefan Molyneux: "Conviction wins the future." We have the conviction. The 2X people, what are they? They just, some business people want to do this. There's one developer who wants to doing a bunch of different things. The Bitcoin people, we're holding this stuff through thick and thin. It can fall $2,000. If it falls $2,000 that day, November the 15th, dude, I don't care, man. I'll be jogging around Israel. I'll be like, yeah, whatever, man. Bring it on, boys, because I know that 2018 is going to come still. We're going to have turbulence. But hey, there are many like me out there. Many like me out there. And remember, I just don't own 2 or 3 or 10 Bitcoin. And there are a lot of guys, I'm not gonna say how much I own, but there are a lot of guys that like me out there, and they're the same thing. They don't just own one or two, and they got strong hands. They're smart guys that are long-term thinkers and don't do irrational, crazy things like buy a bunch of altcoins or seek safe havens in Bcash during drops. But hey, if you want to seek safe haven and Bcash, do what you're gonna do, dude. I know I'm doing the right thing here, and I'm holding my Bitcoin, and because we have conviction. And again, let it drop 3,000 points that day or that week. I don't care, because again, 2020, I'm focused on 2020. I'm focused on way beyond 2020, for sure. But I try to get all you guys to focus on 2020 because that's when we're having our halving. All right. This is becoming a long show. Another friend of mine recently sent me a photo of a Bitcoin ATM in Baltimore. I think that's good. I don't know where. I texted him back. Is that the one that's near Hopkins? Speaking about the one near Hopkins, again, I have a relative who was going to buy, was trying to get it from Coinbase, but then he wanted to go use the Bitcoin ATM near Hopkins. I don't know what happened to him, but I know an associate of his ended up buying Bitcoin with my Coinbase affiliate link that's linked to below. So, hey, I don't like Coinbase, but it's the best way for Americans to get, it's an easy way for Americans to buy Bitcoin. So buy your Bitcoin there and then just take it off. Take it off immediately. Don't store your Bitcoin on Coinbase. Take it off, because they're semi-bad actors, or they're bad actors. They try to be nebulous about the whole 2x situation. I don't care. I don't keep any Bitcoin there. I put it on my Trezor, of course, or at my storage devices. I've got other storage devices now too, obviously. So all right. CryptoGoldCentral.com, that's Andy Hoffman's site. Check it out. He had a great video, a great interview with Money Triggs, and it brings up they brought up a subject that I brought up before, that these traders trade anything with volatility that's in the top 5 of CoinMarketCap. So again, that's why you have to think about the reasons why Bcash is pumping. It's in the top 5. Traders don't care at all. They're going to trade whatever's got volatility and high volume, and there you go. So I'll link to Andy's tweet. I'll link to this, obviously, CryptoGoldCentral.com. I talk about it all the time. Andy is a friend of mine. Andy is an impressive individual who was, totally a metals guy, and now is a big dude in our space now. It's just amazing to see the metamorphosis. And if someone, has been on a deserted island, or whatever, for 2 years, and they used to, watch Andy on the Greg Hunter show, and now they're going to see Andy, they're probably going to have a heart attack and be like, what happened to your silver, man? Oh my God, I'm a silver stacker. Oh, I was on that desert island for so long, and now you killed me, Andy. But people's minds change. He shifted. This is the way of the world. You can't live in a basement and be stuck in your ways. You have to be able to pivot and change. And the future is not lugging a case of silver around. The future is your little Trezor with your millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin on it. Pound that like button. All right. What else? Okay. Here's some tweets that involve people who are outside of our little bubble, and that Simon has alluded to before. These are the Bcash pumpers here. I want you people to know. So I'm going to link to this, but I'm going to read you. For those of you thinking you missed the Bcash train, here's a bit of perspective for you. We are just getting started, folks. The flippening is upon us. All right. Obviously, I didn't write that, but that's the kind of thing that's out there. Hey, you can deny it, but there are people out there that say those things. And trust me, I don't think there's going to be a flippening. But again, you got your people, they were talking about the Ethereum flippening. Maybe these are the same people again. Because again, Ethereum is not about, if you really understand Ethereum, you would have never made up this flippening thing about it. Because again, I'm getting into a different subject matter. Again, going back to the Bcash pumpers, absolutely, okay, first of all, before I read this one, I gotta reiterate, it's absolutely ridiculous to move your Bitcoin based on you're worried about an event that's about to happen. You are supposed to be a strong hand person. This is a weak hand tweet here, but there are like 80% of people are weak handers, so this appeals to people. What if Bcash is the preferred place for people to park Bitcoin during the fork. And then they can't find a reason. What's that? All right. So yeah, I don't understand the second part of the tweet. But yeah, they're spreading this kind of, you don't park your Bitcoin somewhere. You just hold your darn Bitcoin, like I was saying. But anyway, they're going to create these, people are creating these rumors. All right, comment of the day. Jas Shop said, and this was a comment left under one of my videos, it's amazing, really. Bitcoin has managed to start defeating the altcoins by creating altcoins out of itself. The honey badger created another defense. Yeah, I find that fascinating. It's amazing how Bitcoin has managed to defeat the altcoins by creating its own altcoins, by creating these crypto dividends. All right, flashback link of the day is some old video of mine where I was talking about how cheap Bitcoin is and how you should get a lot of Bitcoin. Hey, it's just something to remind yourself of how quickly things change. Things can be $400 one day, and then they can be, you know, $5,700. Time goes by fast, people, and that's why you remain a holder and you remain happy. Okay, pound that like button. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Do check out the notes section below. I'm going to add all the links right now. I hope I covered everything I said I was going to cover. Bye-bye. I'll say hi to you in the chat.